Hello everyone, my name is Jenny and today we'll be exploring why the El Rey Theater in Chico, California stands out as a landmark of both architectural and cultural significance. To understand what makes it notable, we'll briefly compare it to two other California theaters, the Cascade Theater in Redding and the Alex Theater in Glendale, both already listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Together, these theaters show how early 20th century movie palaces shaped local identity and how they continue to serve as vibrant centers of community life. The National Register of Historic Places, or the NRHP, is the United States official list of historic sites worthy of preservation. The theaters we'll be highlighting today each qualify under two of the NRHP criteria. Criterion A recognizes properties that contribute to major patterns of American history, such as the rise of cinema or local city development. And Criterion C applies to buildings that possess distinctive architecture or craftsmanship, structures that are of great artistic value, or the work of noted master craftsmen. The Cascade Theater in Redding, California. When the Cascade Theater opened on August 9, 1935, it dazzled audiences with its Art Deco architecture, designed by J. Lloyd Conridge. Capturing the glamour of early Hollywood era, the local press called it a splendid new temple of amusement and culture. Like many historic theaters, it was sold, altered, faced declining attendance, and was then abandoned for many years. But in 1999, Jefferson Public Radio purchased and restored it to its 1930s Hollywood-style grandeur. Specialists uncovered original murals, restored gilded finishes, and returned the space to its single-theater configuration. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2002 under Criterion C for its artistic and architectural significance, the Cascade reopened 2 years later as a community arts center. Today, it once again serves as a vibrant cultural center and enduring landmark of downtown Redding. The Alex Theater in Glendale, California. Opening on September 4th, 1925, as Glendale's glittering new show palace, the Alex Theater, originally known as the Alexander Theater, was advertised as California's most beautiful and unique theater. Designed by Charles Selkirk and Arthur Lindy, it blended neoclassical Greek and Egyptian motifs inspired by Hollywood's Egyptian theater. In 1940, noted architect S. Charles Lee redesigned the exterior. A building was demolished to widen an open forecourt, and an Art Deco-style illuminated marquee was added, along with the iconic 100-foot neon spire that still defines Glendale's skyline. For decades, the Alex continued to host vaudeville acts, film premieres, and live performances. After many years of decline, the city led a major restoration in the early 1990s to preserve its historic integrity while upgrading it for modern use. Following its 1993 opening, it was deemed eligible for the National Register of Historic Places under criteria A and C, recognized for its architectural distinction and association with the civic and social development of Glendale, as the last remaining theater of its type in the area. The El Rey Theater in Chico, California. Since its grand opening in 1906, the Majestic Theater, the El Rey has been a central gathering place for Chico residents. Its neoclassical facade featured arched windows, elaborate cornices, and decorative architectural elements that reflected early 20th century elegance. After a 1946 fire destroyed much of the interior, the theater was rebuilt and reopened in 1948 as the El Rey, featuring whimsical painted murals by artist Martin Ravenstein with the help of Chico State art students in the auditorium. For nearly a century, the El Rey has been a central gathering place for Chico residents, hosting films, performances, and community events. Its history marks the moment Chico became a broader cultural movement that transformed cinema into a national civil ritual. The comparative analysis. When viewed alongside the Cascade Theater in Redding and the Alex Theater in Glendale, The El Rey demonstrates both the shared characteristics and distinctive qualities of early 20th century movie palaces. Like the Cascade, it embodies the artistry and spectacle of early cinema design through its intricate plasterwork and hand-painted murals. And like the Alex, it has played a vital role in the city's cultural life, serving as a social and economic anchor in the downtown district. However, the El Rey is notable in its own right. Unlike its counterparts, it retains much of the neoclassical interior that is authentic to its era, making it one of the few intact early 1900 theaters in the Sacramento Valley, and a rare surviving link to the architectural and cultural expansion of California's interior cities during the interwar years. The significance of the El Rey Theater. Chico's El Rey Theater merits recognition on the National Register of Historic Places under criteria A and C as both a representative of its era, theatrical design, and a distinctive local landmark that bridges past and present. A cornerstone of downtown life, its designs reflects the hallmarks of the 1920s craftsmanship and a deep association with Chico's cultural and economic development during its early motion picture boom. In conclusion, the stories of the Cascade, Alex, and the El Rey theaters reveal how architectural art and community converge. Their marquees and murals remind us that preservation is not only about saving old buildings, it's about honoring living traditions, creativity, and ensuring that future generations have spaces to gather and create new memories. By nominating the El Rey Theater for the National Register of Historical Places, Chico celebrates a century of cultural heritage and affirms that the glow of its past continues to illuminate the present. Thank you so much for taking your time, to watch this presentation. I hope you have a wonderful evening.